Hello, in this video we will do a quick demo of TNL table normalization language. So here I'm going to run this TNL program on movies.tnl on this movies.csv file and output the result to out.csv. So on the left here we have movies.csv and on the right we have out.csv. So when we run this program we get out.csv, which looks exactly like movies.csv. That's because the movies TNL program doesn't have any rules defined yet. So the first rule we'd like to apply is one that will trim deleting and trailing spaces from all the headers. So what we can do here is the suffix pattern notation to apply this map to multiple columns, and we could send that through the trim mapping. Now when we run this program, we get leading and trailing spaces removed from all headers. So the next thing we'll do is define a couple string-to-string mappings, in this case taking date to year, name to title, and so on. So now we get the headers mapped as desired. So now we'll start working on the values. So the first one here, the year, we'd like to only keep the year out of this whole date. So what we can do is apply this column selector year and map that to the slice function, which keeps the first 4 characters. Okay, so now we've only extracted the year from the date. Okay, so the next thing we can notice is that these columns also have leading and trailing spaces, these values. So we can apply a similar rule to the trim we applied in the headers, but also put it inside the column selector bracket notation. This will mean the trim is applied to all columns whose header matches this rule. This means all columns will get trimmed. Okay, so we've removed leading and trailing spaces from columns. So the next thing we want to do is notice that the movie titles here are not capitalized. So we can fix that by mapping the title values through the title map. And then we get the first letter in each word is uppercase, except we've overdone it a bit where this O and of is uppercase. So what we can do is apply 2 mappings here using the pipe operator to send the data through another mapping, which will replace the capital O of the lowercase o. Okay, so now we get a lowercase o as desired. For the last transform, we'll apply this to the producers column, and here we're going to use the multi-line pipeline syntax where we use curly braces, so now we can define mappings on separate lines. So what we're doing here is trying to replace all the semicolons here with commas, and then replace the last instance of comma with comma and. So now we'll run this program. And now notice that the semicolons have been replaced with commas, and the last instance is replaced with comma and. Thank you for watching.